Hello, my name is Jordan Collins, and I want to welcome you to the first ever Our Place Nashville virtual open house. Our Place Nashville exists to support adults with developmental disabilities by providing housing that is affordable, jobs that are meaningful, and inclusive communities in which to live. This is a recording from October 20th, and there was laughter, there were tears, there was so much joy and unedited goodness from our friends and from our students that really will hopefully give you the essence of who we are, why we exist, and how much fun we have while we're together. As I said, my name is Jordan Collins, and I'm the Associate Director at Our Place Nashville. This organization is so special to me as my wife and I were able to be the resident directors of the first Friendship House back in 2015. We lived there, we experienced it, and now I get to help others experience it as well. You're also going to get a chance to hear from Dr. Yako Hammond in a video who will tell us about the heart of what we do and why we exist. And later you'll hear from Carolyn Interview, the other co-founder and our executive director, the glue of this organization, who will tell us about the future of our new friendship houses and where we're going. We're so excited that you decided to join us. And so sit back, relax, and enjoy this virtual presentation of Our Place Nashville.
This is my apartment. I clean, I cook, I make my own decisions, I make some wise decisions.
Our Place Nashville is this amazing community where we try to empower folks who have a developmental disability. We provide them affordable housing and place them in an inclusive community where they can thrive. That thriving means they will have employment, they find purpose and meaning in life, and they build friendships across divides that they never were able to cross before.
Lots of good neighbors. We do dinners, we do events, do classes.
My favorite part is just being around everyone, having people to hang out with. We cook a lot, we just goof around a lot.
Now, since I've been here, I'm even more on my own now. Because with the disability that I have, my mom, before she passed, was pretty much doing everything for me. For a while, for a good long time, I did not see this happening at all.
So I love having the kitchen. I love cooking my own meals. I love having just my own space, can decorate however I want. We like to walk to the gas station, get snacks together. We like to just walk around the neighborhood, go to the community garden. This is the place of community, and everybody loves each other here. Everybody's friendly. I haven't met this friendly of a group in a long time. It's awesome.
When I first came in, I thought about all of the things that I had to learn. How to be, the strongest role model and person possible and a support system to our friends. And what I ended up realizing very, very quickly is that they were a greater support to me than I could have ever been to them.
I love the people. Every day I come back home, there's always someone there to greet me, and there's always people to hang out with.
A lot of times when we think about friends living on their own or anybody living on their own, we think about independence, individuality, and I can do this on my own. But what Friendship House teaches us, it's yes, there are parts that you can do on your own, but also you need one another.
I hang out with everybody. I don't know. In Friendship House, we become more like a little family. So they're friends, but they're also a little family. They believe in me sometimes, a lot of the time, more than I believe in myself.
Now we have the most diverse community in all of Nashville because it transcends race, gender, class, ability, and we have shown that that diverse community can absolutely thrive.
That is the essence of what we do. It is a diverse, inclusive, fun, wild community that we all have the pleasure of being a part of. And a lot of you on this call have the pleasure of being a part of it too, whether as a parent, as a friend, as a student, or as somebody who wants to be part of this community in the future. And that's why we're here, to show you what all goes on, what the opportunities are, and yeah, where your path might cross with ours. So without further ado, we're gonna look at all 4 of the houses. There are 4 houses, and the first one, like I said, that was my home for about a year and a half in 2015 and 16, and a really special place. It's what we call the PhD house, because a lot of our residents there are PhD students at Vanderbilt and are sticking around for a while. So we're gonna watch the video of Friendship House 1, and then we're gonna talk to Matt and Bridget.
Hi, my name is Matt Branch, and I want to welcome those of you to Friendship House number 1. I've been here since May of 2015. It's a really great place to live. So we're going to take you on a tour right now, show you the inside. Most of the students here are students of Vanderbilt University, and some of us are friends here at Friendship House number 1.
Hi everyone, my name is Tiffany and this is my apartment. I've been living here for about, let's see, 5 or 6 years now, and it's really fun here. As you can see, this is my living room, and forgive me for the couch. I have a cat that likes to scratch it up, and no matter how much I tell him no, he just keeps scratching it up.
Every day I come home and I just sit on my couch, relax after a hard day's work at Vanderbilt Medical Center, which is my full-time job. And basically, if I feel like it, I cook up a good meal. And you can kind of see I'm a big fan of the Titans.
And this is my kitchen. This is where I do most of my cooking, and my table. I usually use the microwave for like popcorn and stuff. But mostly I hand cook everything. Every once in a while I'll use my oven where I don't feel like cooking. Yeah, and as for my sink, I hand wash the dishes myself.
You basically got your bathroom, which basically consists of your towels and your shower.
I recently, like last year, just got this washer and dryer. Before, I would go to my mom's and use her washer and dryer, but now that I have my own, I do it myself now. This is my bedroom, and as you can tell from the posters and the bookshelf, I am an anime freak. But I am proud of it. I am an anime nerd. And this is where I sleep, watch my computer, watch TV. See, I recently got this.
So basically, Friendship House is a great place to live, great place to make new friends, and should you ever need help with anything, you know, you can always go to your neighbors, you can go to your friends.
Well, that was my tour of my apartment. I really love living here at Friendship House. I hope you do too, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.
So thank y'all. And look forward to seeing many of y'all in the future.
Wasn't that one awesome? I love those two wonderful, wonderful people. So we have one of them here with us, Matt. Matt is here somewhere.
I'm right here.
Matt, how did you like seeing yourself on camera? Did you think that was pretty cool?
Yeah, it's pretty good. But I'm kind of in front of the camera a lot with Dream With Me. And for those of you that don't know, Sloan and I have been in that for some time. Apparently, Sloan was on our online classes. We've started going in person again, but very recently, some of the times we will do it online, and it's a great experience.
Yeah, so you do acting and drama classes. That's very, very cool. What would you say, Matt, has been your favorite part about, you've been there for almost 6 years, I guess, 6 years?
Yeah.
Over 6 years. What has been your favorite part of Friendship House in those 6 years?
I think my favorite part of Friendship House is, you know, like getting to know new people and help them get to know the neighborhood, let them know the safety precautions. You got to be careful, got to make sure your doors are locked. You have to make sure that you don't fall into any situations. And if you do, you always know what emergency number to dial. That's 911. And then for non-emergencies, you dial the non-emergency number.
There we go. So Matt is who we call Captain Matt, because he is always in charge. He's always got your back if you need help. And you're training to be work as a volunteer firefighter. Is that correct?
Actually, I've been volunteering with the Civil Air Patrol since 2006. And basically, I'm working on the rank of major right now, and still currently working on my high school diploma, because I look to be a firefighter full-time in the city, or possibility of becoming a flight paramedic with Vanderbilt Life Flight.
Awesome. That is so cool. Well, Matt, thank you so much for joining us. And Bridget, I think Bridget joined right when the video started. Bridget, are you there?
Yes,
Hi.
I'm here.
Yay. Hey, Bridget, there, I see you. So Bridget lives, you live in our Friendship House 1, and you live there with your daughter Anaya as well. So
yes,
tell me about that experience of you, how you found out, how you got to Friendship House, and what your experience has been as a mother in the house in the apartments with all these people and all this busyness and of neighbors around.
Absolutely. First of all, I just want to acknowledge that Matt was one of the first people to introduce me to welcome me not only to Friendship House, but to the community at large, and help me to understand to be careful walking because of the streets and the condition of the streets. And so he was very helpful to me in transitioning to Friendship House. I'm very grateful to Matt and his in-depth knowledge of caution and what to do in an emergency. So thanks, Matt. How I found out about Friendship House is actually through Ali Benitez and Alexandra. When I came to Vanderbilt for my interviews in their PhD program. And of course, I was asking about housing and great communities and thinking about places that I would like to settle in for the next 5 years with my daughter and I. And Alexandra was telling me about Friendship House. At the time, though, they were full. And so I wasn't able to get in at that time. Something opened up, this place where I stay now opened up when Chelsea kind of transitioned to her externship. And it has been one thing that I can say is that I really have enjoyed the nature of the friendship and the community here. When we first moved here, we lived in another community in West Nashville, and Anaya didn't really have a lot of friends, and it's really hard to kind of make connections in kind of a regular apartment style community. But here, again, we were graciously welcomed from day one by Matt and others who made it a point to come and visit with us when we first moved. Anaya wasn't here the first month that I moved because she was with my mom for summer break. And Matt not only, asked about her on a regular basis, but even let the community know when she was coming, when she was intended to arrive, and so that she could be welcomed with open arms. It's been a phenomenal experience, honestly, a different experience for me coming from just various kind of neighborhoods where you may or may not know your neighbor. And if you need something, you may have to just go to the store and get it. Whereas here, there are times when I may run out of something or don't know where something is. I know that there are people who care and have just extended themselves, and it has been a tremendous gift, not only for myself, but for Anaya. I have never felt as in a kind of a mindfulness of where we're situated, but up here on the hill, I have never felt as safe about my daughter being out and playing as I do here. From Steven has reached out to me when he's had a concern. He's seen something. Hey, I know Anaya's outside playing. There's a random car. And so just to know, people are watching out for not only you, but for your children here. And so the friends have been just amazing about that. Andrea, I'm not sure she's on the call, when my niece was here, and Anaya, you know, during the fall semester, Andrea was outside playing basketball with them. And so it was just like just the reality that not only are children safe here as a family, like having a family, but they're welcome and they're embraced. And they're allowed to be children and to play. So sometimes it's really rowdy over here at Friendship House 1, because you hear basketballs going, bikes going, kids playing hopscotch and all kinds of things. And the friends feel comfortable coming out and playing with them and being around and talking to them and seeing about their day. Just today when we pulled up, Matt was outside to greet us and to, you know, ask Anaya about her day and to tell us about the Titans football game, which I didn't get a chance to watch, but I got the updates. So those kind of things are meaningful. To also know that people care about how you're doing and that they're invested in that, and that they ask and that they show up. Like when Anaya had her birthday party here at the house, the friends were invited and they came and they showed up and they ate and they fellowship, and we just had a really great time. And so I love the fact that here at Friendship House 1, we have a lot of informal connections, but I think it speaks to the nature of the community, that if you're outside just reading or just outside just enjoying the weather, that there's someone here to go on a walk with you. There's someone here to kind of talk about the uprising of the community as it's growing. There are folks who really, really do care about cultivating friendship and community, and sharing time together. And so that has been, I really want to say it's sacred, and it's rare that you find places and spaces where you live that also nurture you as a whole person, and where you feel secure and safe with the people around you as a whole, and that you know for sure that they have the best intentions and that they have your back and they're looking out. So it's been great to feel like I'm actually raising Anaya in a village, yes. and with people who are a part of her village, people who look out and care for her, people who want to spend time with her, and who have opened up themselves to sharing who they are and allowing us to share who we are. So it has been a joy and a gift, and I am just blessed to be a part of this community.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And I think everyone is really getting a sense that the friends actually bring so much to the table. There's no one person who gives and one who takes. Everybody in these communities is giving, and everybody is receiving. And that is a special thing. Thank you, Bridget, for sharing that, especially as a mother. We've had a couple of families in Friendship House 1. It's got like a good family vibe, and I'm glad you guys are carrying that on with you and Anaya. So Friendship House 2 is just down the street from Friendship House 1. And it is a 2 apartment complex units next to each other, side by side, with a community building in the middle. And so this is a space that we've really tried to make independent housing with the space to be together and to grow that community. And I'm going to show you a video that will give you kind of a tour and a rundown. And this tour is done by our very own Will, who you will get to meet. And he was in the first video as well, but you'll get to see his apartment and see what Friendship House 2 looks like. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Welcome to Friendship House 2. Come on in. Oh yeah, there you go. This is my living room. This is the kitchen. Got all my counters. And this is the fridge of pictures. And we got a lot of pictures. And that's my cousin. This is the room. Good old bed in the belt. Nashville sign. CPAP machine. Posters. Everything in the closet. this is the bathroom. This is my shower curtain. Star Wars thing. Shampoo and accessories. Little new to do's, love the decorating and ninjas. Got my towels, washcloths, soap. Yeah, and like to put it, there you go. I should say have a good day, y'all. See you later.
So thank you, Will. As you'll see as we go through these videos, everyone has a different flavor because I didn't tell them what to do. I just said, show me around and we'll see what happens. So that was Will's showing us of his room and his private apartment. And we have here one of the student residents. Hoyan, are you on here?
I am present. Hello.
Yes,
hello, everyone.
one person.
Thanks
I love
for having me.
Thank you for being here. So Hoyan, tell everybody where you're from and how long you've been at Friendship House, and yeah, we'll start with that.
Yeah, so my name is Hoyan. I am a third-year Master of Divinity student at Vanderbilt Divinity School. And yeah, I'm originally from Cuba, but have lived in the States for most of my life. Most of my family lives in Florida, and I moved here about 3 years ago now to go to Divinity School. And that's how long I've been in Friendship House. COVID sort of disrupted that because I was back home for several months, but I've been back since classes have been in person. But yeah, I've loved the community every day I've been here.
So the students kind of play that integral part of being the community and being the neighbor and being the friend in time of need. How has that worked out for you? How have you enjoyed being there for other people? How have other people in your community been there for you? How has this community worked out for you?
A lot. I think Allie in that first video captured it pretty well. I came in like wanting to support people and help them, but I feel like all the residents support me more than I support them a lot of the times, and yeah, just the community ever since I've been here has been huge. It's been a very grounding experience every week when we have community dinners. It's a wonderful time to just take a break from studying, from school, and just hang out and share in community, share a meal. And there's never a dull moment at our dinners. We're always cracking jokes, laughing. I remember my first year before COVID, we used to have birthday celebrations. So we would get a cake, and every time we had a birthday, we would celebrate together, and it was always a blast. Since COVID a little is not as safe, to blow the candles on the cake and stuff. But we'll make it happen in the future again, hopefully. And yeah, my one other thing, when I came into the community was I thought it was going to be hard for me to share my time just because I'm so busy. I work and I also go to school. But and I guess just coming in, I thought everyone else was going to be less busy than I was, but that's certainly not the case. Everyone has jobs or are going to school or are volunteering. So everyone keeps super busy. But whenever we do bump into each other, we always greet each other and catch up and always get a good laugh.
Yeah, that's awesome. I can testify that I had 4 people lined up from your house and all of them were busy to speak tonight. So all the friends had either work or church or a community event. And so that is great. Well, thank you, Hoyan. Thank you for sharing that. We appreciate what you all are doing at the Friendship House too. And that is a program with the Divinity students that Jaco has set up that relationship with Vanderbilt Divinity. And it's really a special time for the students to become change makers, to learn skills that working with different populations that they will take if they become pastors or therapists or nonprofit leaders, whatever they do in the future, they're going to have this experience of learning about different people, about differently abled people, and how to take that into the world with them when they go. And so we're grateful for people like Hoyan and all the other students who are there. All right, we are going to keep moving. So we're going to look at Friendship Houses 3 and 4 now. And Friendship House 3 and 4 are both shared living houses. And so these are houses where it's literally a big house or a big duplex. Everybody has their own room, their own bathroom, their own closet, but you share a kitchen, you share a living room. It's a shared house. It's a shared community. And so that brings its own joys. It brings its own difficulties as well. But it's really, really exciting. So I'm going to show you, this is Friendship House 3. And we're excited to talk with Haley, who's you're going to see on the video. She's on the call with us tonight. And then you're also going to speak to Carolyn, who's one of our older adults. And with Friendship House 3 came a new aspect of our ministry and our work is inviting older adults, which is the term that we now say for seniors, people over 55 who need affordable housing, who want to live in community. And so you're going to see some of that in the video and in our conversation with Carolyn. So by the way, that's not Carolyn Nafee. It's a different Carolyn. Carolyn Nafee does not live in our houses, and surely you're not 55. Let's go with Friendship House 3.
Welcome to Friendship House 3. Welcome to the kitchen. I love to cook in here. I make pasta. I make all sorts of vegetable dishes. It's delicious. And I love to eat here at this table. It's nice and big so everybody can gather around. Yeah. This is my pantry, complete with air fryer and chicken noodle soup. Lucky number 7 with the Be Kind doormat. And this is my room. I love the bohemian hippie style of decor. Free spirit. Here's my cat. Say hi, Ponyo. So this is my inspiration desk. It's where I get all my yoga school work done and where I make appointments. Also, this is the command center. I would not survive without all these reminders. And right here is where I do yoga. I light my candles. It's kind of messy back here, but this is the closet. It's actually pretty big. Got my Publix uniform. This is the bathroom, which I also cleaned this morning. Thank you, it's peachy clean.
Well done, Haley. Where are you at, Haley?
Here, I'm right here.
Hey, well done. What did you think of seeing yourself on the video?
I thought that was really cool. I was hoping I wasn't too awkward.
No, you crushed it. That was a great tour. You gave us all the important details. Haley, I would love to hear from you. Slightly different question. What do you think are some things about living independently? This is the first time you've lived on your own, right?
Yes.
What are some skills and some things that have really helped you? What are some things that you do that have helped you succeed and thrive in your new house? Because you've been in your house for about 3 or 4 months, 5, well, what's my math? 5 months?
4, I think it's 4.
4 months. And so you're starting to get into it. And so what things would you say to everybody else on this call? What do you need to succeed in a friendship house, to live independently?
Definitely social skills. If you're going to be living in a communal house, then you need to know how to get along with people and, kind of get the one-on-one on how to make friends. And it's not hard because everybody's really nice here.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so what are some things that you all do together as a community?
So we love the community. I love the community dinners. Once in a while, I've gone out to Centennial Park with some of my friends and the resident student. So that was fun. I got to just chill at Centennial Park and listen to music and walk around. Jennifer, my best friend, and I, we love to go to the gas station, pick up snacks, and take walks to the community garden.
Yes, I'm desperate to see this community garden. And Haley, what would you say are some of the challenges of sharing a house with so many roommates, so many housemates?
Well, I'd have to say it's keeping the kitchen clean. Everybody we need to remember to do our part to keep the kitchen clean.
Right. That's been a tough one. And there is a good communal, everybody has to play their part, right? It's like a big family where everybody has their chores. So you guys have started a chore list, a chore chart now?
Yes. Utah helped us with that.
Yeah. So the resident director has implemented that. Well, Haley, you're a delight in the community, and we're going to talk to Miss Carolyn, who is one of our older adults. Jennifer, can you take Miss Carolyn off mute? Or Miss Carolyn, can you get off mute? And Miss Carolyn, tell me, as an older adult, one of the first older adults in our communities, how has your experience been? How has Friendship House been important in your life?
My experience has been wonderful because I came in here thinking these kids were not going to want to be with an old person like me, and it turned out to be totally different. I'm friends with all of them. We play games, we play Scrabble, we have a good time.
And what would you say that you bring to the community? Because whenever I'm there, you're always around, you're always there to greet somebody. What do you think that you bring to this community as an older adult?
A grandmother.
In a kind, loving way, or in a hey, everybody do your chores kind of way? Which one is it?
In a loving way, I hope.
Wonderful. Thank you. And Jennifer, can we see you as well? Can you say hi to everybody?
Hello. Hi.
Jennifer is another one of our friends in the program. Jennifer, what have you loved about Friendship House?
Making friends and just having communication.
Yeah, having people around.
Right.
And Friendship House 3, you saw you saw a cat, you saw a dog, and you saw a bearded dragon. So Friendship House 3 is our exotic support animal house. And so that house is always lively and always fun. Well, thank you all from Friendship House 3 for joining us. You all are awesome. I can't wait to come visit you again this week, bring you dinner tomorrow night. And now we're going to look at our Friendship House 4. So Friendship House 4 is particularly interesting because it is the style that we will see in the future moving into our new houses. So if you're on the waiting list, if you're thinking about moving into a Friendship House, this may be something like you may see in the future. And we'll talk about that in a minute. These houses are, and some of Friendship House 3 was supported by Williams-Sonoma for our kitchen stuff and California closets to make use of our closet spaces. And so you'll see these big closets are like the size of a twin bed. They're really, really well built with our partners at Woodbine Community Organization. So I hope that you enjoyed this video tour. This is a couple of people because I was walking around with the camera and people just kept joining in, and I was like, okay, we're just going to roll with it. So I hope that you enjoyed this tour of Friendship House 4. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention. The underscore you'll see is played by one of the residents, Gregory. He's an incredible pianist. His first job is being a pianist. His second job is working at Publix. He's got 2 jobs. And so you'll see him introduce the song. And as the song plays in the background, if it's quiet, you get to enjoy his serenading from Friendship House 4 with a piano that they have at Friendship House 4. So here we go.
Welcome to Friendship House 4. I'm about to show you inside. This is my room. and dryer, two quarters. This is our kitchen. We have a big table, and then we have a sink, and we have a stove top. We each have a pantry, which I can show you in my pantry. It's a little bit messy right now, but there's my pantry. This is Ernie in the blue shirt. Hello, she's hanging out. And then this is Gregory. Hello. Gregory's eating his lunch right now.
This is my room. It's my computer area, keyboard area, bed area. That's my bathroom area. And that's my closet area. So this is the living room, and right there is my piano.
I'm making chili for everybody in the two houses.
I'll have some for dinner. And then we have a deck over here with a table and benches.
Thank you.
Oh, I love that we got to have that personal touch in Friendship House 4. So we have some people who have joined us. Lynette originally came to us as an older adult and ended up taking on the position of resident director when we decided that she's doing it anyway. She was basically being the resident director anyway, and so why not make her the official resident director? And she is with Andrew, who you met in the video in the background over there. And Andrew, when did you move into Friendship House?
I moved into the Friendship House in February.
And what can you tell me? How has your experience been so far? I will say my experience of what your experience is a lot of cooking with you and Jake, a lot of fried chicken. Is that true? A lot of kitchen work happening?
A lot of kitchen work. Well, yes.
And what else do you guys get up to?
Hanging out with him in his room. So yes.
And what have you enjoyed the most about living at Friendship House, being independent but having good neighbors?
Well, one thing I've enjoyed the most is a lot of silliness that goes on here.
I don't know.
I heard the cackling in the background. I heard there's people watching.
Yes, that's them in the living room right now, laughing and cutting up back there.
Awesome. And Lynette, for you as an older adult and as somebody who has come in as resident director, you have helped form and create this community with everybody. You've got a very diverse community. You got old people, you got young people, you got people from all backgrounds and socioeconomic backgrounds and experiences. So how has this experience been for you?
Fabulous. It's just been so wonderful to be around people who love being here and who are so welcoming to others. And it's just made me feel better. Everything about it has been wonderful.
Yeah. And you told me a story before that I'd love you to share with everybody about the groceries. I saw a text that was from Lynette saying, hey, I've got a whole bunch of stuff. I need help walking stuff into the house. And then what happened?
Well, it took me a while to get here. I was late, so they called and checked on me. And then when I got there, everybody, I think but one person, was standing out on the pavement waiting for my car to get there. And everybody grabbed something, and all I had to carry was my purse and my cat, because that was the day that I brought Mercy home, and I had just done too much, and they swooped in and took care of me and brought everything in for me, and were glad to see Mercy and look forward to talking to her later. And they were, bless their hearts, I think Sloan was there, and it was past her bedtime, and she was having trouble staying awake, but she was gonna help. And it was just lovely.
Oh, that's incredible. That's a great
yeah.
example of people just being around and being there for each other.
Absolutely.
Andrew, I would love to ask you one last question. What would you say to somebody who might be looking to move into a friendship house? They may feel a little bit nervous, but they are thinking about it. What would you say to encourage somebody who might be in that position?
Oh, I would tell them, do not be nervous, because once you get here, you're going to have lots of fun.
Yes, that's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. I want to throw back quickly to Haley, since you're still here, Haley. What would you say to somebody who might be thinking about moving to a friendship house for the first time?
Don't be shy. Everyone is so nice here. You'll be welcomed right away.
Yes. Hey, Sloan, I see you on there. Sloan's from Friendship House 4, and you saw her on the video. Sloan and Jake, what would you say to somebody who is nervous to move to a friendship house and needs a bit of encouragement? What would you say?
I would say go for it. And if you get on the wait list and are waiting to move in, what really helped me was during COVID, because I got on the wait list in like September, and we didn't get to move in until the date kept getting pushed back for us because it's a new house. And so we didn't get to move in until February. And so I would just say join the Zooms and get to know people in the community, like within the Our Place community, before you move in. And that's something that really helped me as well, because if you're on the wait list, then you can join any of the Zooms.
That's right. So we love our future friendship houses to join in our community, because it's going to be the community one day, and we can start building it now rather than waiting till we move in. Jake, do you have anything to say over there?
If you want to have silly, learn how to be silly, come to Friendship House 4. If you like silliness and to have fun.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Well, thank you to all of our residents, our friends, our students, our older adults, everybody who participated. Thank you guys for showing us your homes and being so open. Miss Carolyn, Miss Carolyn Nafee, that is, I would love to pass over to you to tell us about what does the future hold for Our Place and the friendship houses.
We have got 9 houses that we're going to be opening in early 2023. 4 are going to be in a cluster together, and 5 are going to be in a cluster together. Going to be most similar in style to the 4th Friendship House. That has 2 ranch style houses, one in front of the other. Each has 8 bedrooms and bathrooms with the shared common spaces. In 2023, the houses will each accommodate 10 people. They're kind of like a Cape Cod house with a loft, 6 bedrooms and bathrooms on the first floor. Actually 7, because there's going to be a half bath for when I go over there. I have a place to go to the restroom, so I demanded a bathroom where I don't have to interfere and ask people, can I use theirs? And then 4 bedroom bathrooms on the top level, with a community space in between the buildings where they can have communal dinners big enough that will accommodate 40 people for trainings, for parties, for all different kinds of things. The rent on the shared living houses ranges from $325 a month, including utilities, to $395 a month, including utilities. And if I had to choose a place to live, I think I would almost choose a shared living over a private apartment. The but in the sentence is that if you are antisocial, it's not a really great place to be, because even though you can shut your door and be private, you are living with other people in community. And it comes with all of the pluses and with all of the negatives, just as it does with our families. And we can totally love each other in our families, and we can drive each other crazy. And that's the relationship that they build as well. They can help people, like Lynette mentioned. And the kids didn't mention what drives them crazy, except I think Haley did a little bit with the kitchen. And they can make each other nuts over whose dirty dishes are in the sink. But it's a wonderful thing, and we'd love to answer any questions that any of you have. I don't know if you want to put it in the chat box, or if you just like to say what your question is. We've got 8 minutes. We want to respect your time, and we totally appreciate you coming this evening. Yeah, we also, by the way, have our two, my fellow co-founder, Yako Hammond's on the call, chairman of our board, Avi Poster's on the call, Elise McMillan, another board member, was on the call, just left, Tom Negri, another one of our board members. So you can know that our board is invested, engaged, and supportive. They roll up their shirt sleeves and get involved. And we are really, really blessed with the support that we get from our board. They're not just a board in name only.
That's great. Carolyn, the first question that we have in the chat is, what part of Nashville will the new houses be located in?
The new houses are going to be in 2 different zip codes that we're not in yet. One is going to be we don't like to give streets, so I'm not going to give you a street. If you want streets, I can do it with you one-on-one, but it's for security. We don't give addresses out, but one will be kind of near the zoo and kind of near Friendship House 4. And the other is Dickerson Pike is a long street, so I can tell you that it'll be on Dickerson Pike. And if you want to know where, I can tell you, but they're both a little bit further out than the houses that we have right now.
And then we had somebody ask, what is the application process?
The application process is actually quite easy. There's an application online, so it's very simple. Just go look at the menu and click on application. The waiting list, we ask to interview with people because we need to ensure that we're a good fit for you and that you're a good fit for us. People that tend to live with us tend to be more able. We have people on our list who have more serious challenges, and they're the ones that we can't wait to accommodate. We're not there yet, but we hope to be. The people who live with us have sufficient mastery of the activities of daily living that they can live without having supports with personal hygiene or with eating, or they might need help with money management. They might need help in getting those meals cooked so that they're eating a nutritious meal, but people are really quite able. Until COVID hit, we had 100% employment, which is, a crazy percentage if you're familiar with the disability community. Even now, kind of during COVID, our numbers are growing back up. So we have a really impressive group of adults with developmental disabilities living with us. And the requirement is just that they're able to live with us with a modicum of supports. The thing that makes it really possible is the transformative quality of employment and community first benefits, which are the long-term supports and services provided through TennCare. And it's not one size fits all. They give you the supports that you need. They provide transportation subsidies, they provide a personal assistant, they provide life skill coaches, job development, and these are the things that our young adults need to keep on meeting and then exceeding expectations.
That's awesome. And what would you say is the general length of stay for Friends? I know that Friendship House 1, we've had almost everybody stay for a long time.
Friendship House 1, people stay. We just had somebody leave the 4th house. I was mentioning being antisocial because the guy left because he just really couldn't stand being around people all the time. And God love him, he really couldn't. And it was not a good fit. So that was actually my fault more than his fault. And I misread that and didn't take in some things that I probably should have. But we have the friends are welcome to stay until they are no longer able to live independently. We have the same guidelines for everybody in the house. And our older adults have to have sufficient mastery of those activities of daily living. And when they no longer have them, then it's time for them to move out as well. So there's no age limit. It all really depends on what you can do to take care of your needs.
That's awesome. One question was for one of the friends or somebody who lives in the house. So if you guys are listening and you wanted to chime in, just do so. The question was, how do you handle different types of social interactions in the house? Friendships, relationships, housing, friends, partners, whatever. How do you guys handle the difference of relationships and the different kinds of people?
I can answer that. Basically, some of the times, if you need someone to talk to, like for instance, you want to have someone come and spend time with you, like you want to see a movie together, you want to go see a theatrical play together. It basically builds more friendship times together and stuff. You invite people to your apartment, you get an invitation to their place. You get to see other people, get to know them. Basically, in a nutshell, is what you get to do is you basically are building more and more friendships with more people as you go along the way, because more people you get to know, the more you can set an example for people who want to move in the future.
Right. And you're right. And you have to kind of step out of your comfort zone. The students, the older people, the young people, the friends, everybody's got to step out of their comfort zone a little bit. What are you going to say, Sloan?
I would say that everybody's, very friendly. We become a little bit like a family, kind of. We all love each other and we care about each other, and we'll do anything almost to help one another. But then there are those times, we've had to we had an orientation a few weeks ago, and we talked about, there may be some times where, okay, some people want to hang out and some people are really tired and need to go to bed. And so you have to say, okay, good night, I'm going to bed, I'll see you tomorrow. And you have to be okay with setting those boundaries. And, because there are people with different personalities who they get their energy off of being with people, and that's how their energy replenishes. And then there's those of us who like hanging out with people, but that's not how we recharge. And so we've navigated, so you just navigate how to deal with that. And if, the resident directors are good for, if there usually isn't an issue, but if there is an issue and we need to talk through something or talk to the resident director about something and, figure out how to work it out.
Thank you, Sloan. That's a great answer. Yeah, boundaries. Community comes with boundaries, and you have to set your own personal boundaries. And we encourage everybody to set their own boundaries of saying, hey, I'm not ready to hang out right now. I need space, or I need to be alone. With that, it's 7:29. Carolyn, should we wrap this up?
Is there anything anybody else would like to say? Avi, would you like to close? You're still muted.
Nothing to close. I just have to stop crying. I'm just so happy with the 4 houses we built and the work that you've done and Jordan is doing and Yako created. And, we have 4 great neighborhoods of people working and living together. And I cannot wait to see what our next chapter is in the year ahead. Thank you to all who are on this call. Thank you for supporting us. We've got a lot to do, but we need all of you to help us do it. But we are really onto something important and good, and a model that could be repeated all over the country. And I could not be prouder to be a little part of this.
Yako, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Prisna, just want to thank you again for joining us. And the one thing that I've learned through Friendship House is that partnership brings possibility. So partner with us and let's see where the possibility will take us. Thank you.
Everybody, thank you so much for your time. We'll be having a link on our Facebook page where you can access a recording to this, and we'll also have obviously a link on our website. So thank you so much for your time, and thank you for your support.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Thank you, Carolyn and Jordan. And
Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful evening.
Bye.